Dan Perry here with another Dan on Tech command prompt video. In this video we're going to look at the chkdisk utility. The chkdisk utility allows us to test the drive or check its integrity. Sometimes drives become corrupted, power failure, a program crashes in the middle of saving a file, things like that. And so you can run the chkdisk utility in order to test it. It takes it a while to run depending on the drive size, so I've already ran the utility on my C drive ahead of time. You do have to be running as an administrator in order to run the chkdisk utility. And when I ran it, I was at a C prompt and I ran just chkdisk, so that will test just my C drive. Because I did not add a /F, it won't fix it, but since it's a C drive, it would not have done it anyway. It would have actually required me to reboot, and it would have ran during the reboot. The first thing it does is check the basic file structure, then links to files and security, encryption, security descriptions and things on it. So it checks all those, and then it gives us a summary. In this case, no further problem or actions required. Tells me the size of my drive, number of files, those type of things. Had there been other things I needed to do, if there had been any problems on the C drive, it would have told me, so I would have had to run chkdisk with the /F and then restarted my system and let it run during boot. If I do chkdisk with a /? for help, I can see all the different options there. The most common would be to chkdisk on another drive, so D:/E:/F:. If this was a older fat system such as a thumb drive, then you could specify to check certain files. Normally you wouldn't do that. The F says fix the drive if there are any errors. If it's a drive such as your boot drive, your C drive that you're wanting to fix, you do have to do a reboot and it will run at reboot. Most of the other options you'll probably never use or rarely use. You can have it do a more quick check by doing a /I to just do a basic check of the index. You can skip some checking with the /C, but normally you don't want to do that. You want to just go ahead and run your chkdisk. You can go through and, if you need to, look at all these other options. If I were to run chkdisk on, say, my G drive, again without the /F for fix, it's going to start going through that system and checking the disk. You can see it's taking a little while even to get through the first part, and so it does take a little time. Now I'm going to go ahead and scroll up, and so you can see it as it goes. This is a drive without a huge number of files and things, so it's probably only going to take 30-45 seconds to run the chkdisk. Now, it did take a little longer than the 45 seconds. It took closer to a minute, and it's probably because I was already recording, but it did go through the different stages. It checked the disk structure, and once again didn't find any problems with it. So the chkdisk is a wonderful utility to test your file system integrity. Doesn't hurt to run that once every couple of 3 months in any case, but whenever you've suffered a power failure, maybe a program's crashed when you're trying to save a file, it's a good idea to maybe run your chkdisk utility. Thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.